Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online, to some more summertime festival quests. I'm here still in the Shire. I'm here in Bywater. There are some fishing quests that I can actually do here during the summer festival, and it's a great opportunity for me to introduce the hobby of fishing into this playthrough. So let's go ahead and get started. If you remember, we did have the quest to go to the fishing hole from the party tree, so let's finish that up.
How do you do?
Hello, hello, are you here to fish? Nothing finer than fishing on a summer day, I always say. Speak with me a moment and I shall give you something to do. Alright. So let's look at this, the basics of fishing. Have you always wanted to take a fishing and get out to the great outdoors, where you can enjoy nature while casting your line in the sparkling water? Well, now's a great time to start. Fishing is a hobby that can be pursued at your leisure and requires nothing more than a little patience and a fishing rod. If you have not done so already, you'll want to open up the character journal and click on the hobby button at the bottom of the character panel. Here you will find information about fishing as well as the fishing action button, which you will want to assign to a quick slot. To fish, you will first need to locate a body of water. A lake, river, stream, or pond should suffice. Once you have picked out your fishing spot, you will need to equip your fishing rod and face towards the water. Press the fishing action button once to cast your line. Once the line has been cast, you will need to wait until you see signs of a struggling, the bobber dipping under the water, or your fishing rod getting tugged are definite signals. At this point, you will want to reel in your line again by pressing the fishing action button. If you have reacted in time, then it should be pretty safe bet that you caught something. Let's just hope that it's a fish. Your first fishing rod is a gift from the hobby master. There are surely better fishing rods available, but this one would do splendidly for a beginner. So before the quests actually open up, you do need to talk to the hobby master.
There.
Have you always wanted to relax by a stream or pond, cast your line into the sparkling waters, and catch a fantastic flounder or a perfect pike? With the fishing hobby, now you can. Just find an ideal fishing spot. Any body of water will do, but some will be more bountiful than others, and equip your fishing rod. Cast your line with the fishing action button, wait till something takes bait, and then push the action button again to reel in your catch. Hopefully it's the fish of your dreams, and not the one that got away. Minimum level 5. Alright. So now that I have it, you can see some of the quests open up. So if you go here to the hobby panel, you will see that you can level this up to 200. So let me put this on a quick slot real quick. I guess I'll put it right there. And I do need a fishing rod. Again, you can purchase some pretty decent ones from the auction house that people craft. But I'll start with the basic one here. You do need a certain level in fishing, certain proficiency with it, before you can equip some of the better rods, by the way. Just so you know. Alright, so let's see.
Could I take a moment of your time?
This is just terrible. The Lithe Fishing Festival has started, but we don't have enough fish in the pond for the derbies. Wait, if each person I let fish for the festival brings some fish, then this will all work. This will not be the last event they put me in charge of. And you, yes you, you're going to help make sure of that. Run off to the far lands of the elves, men, and dwarves and bring me back some fish.
Hello there.
Quick, grab your fishing pole. You've got to get in there quick before the best pieces are caught. Haven't you heard? The hobbits of the Shire have been invited to clean out their old mathams. Toss them into the pond here in Bywater, and gather during the summer festival to hook out new ones, if they can. It is such an opportunity to exchange these priceless valuables. What a to-do. Alright, so let's do that, I guess. Let's start with that quest.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Are you ready to start? Oh, it is so exciting. So many mathams to swap. I wonder what you'll catch. Make sure you have your fishing pole handy. Hook as many mathams as you can before time runs out. So I got 10 minutes to do this. Let's go ahead and try it out. We'll see if we can catch anything here at all. And looks like I got myself a fish here. Certainly not a Matham. Oh, never mind. That was a Matham. It was a floppy Matham, wasn't it? So there's a limit to how many times the hobby can be increased per day. So let me pull up my hobby again. And you can see that now instead of 1, I'm at 2. And I forgot what the limit is. I think it's 10 per day at the most, if I'm not mistaken. You can reset it with turbine points, I'm sure. Actually, LOTRO points are not called turbine points anymore. Standing stone points, I don't know. Go ahead and fish all the while we can here. Getting a lot of Mathams. Not bad. I'm already kindred with the Matham Society, so I'll sell these in the auction house. Now, I still need to show you the kindred reputation for the Matham house. That's not something I got to do during Season 1 in the Shire, because I wasn't able to get to kindred at that time, because I couldn't use Mathams until level 20, I believe. But anyways, that's something on the to-do list. As always, you can check the completionist checklist to see all the things I have to go back to. So fishing is pretty cool. You can fish in different locations to catch different types of fish. There are some deeds associated with fishing. There are some cool trophies that you can get, depending on what fish you can catch. So lots of cool things you can do with it. In the future, I'm probably going to dedicate a full episode to fishing and all the cool stuff that you can do with it. For now, I just want to do the summer festival quests. Wonder how many Mathams I'll be able to catch here. And it looks like I may be blocked out for my hobby proficiency, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Looks like I can still advance it. I guess you have to catch certain things in order for it to advance. If you catch some of the lower ranked stuff, it doesn't really advance your level. I want to catch an actual fish here. I don't know if you can while this event is active, but we'll see. And you do get better at fishing as you advance your levels, obviously. So that's something else to keep in mind. You'll be able to catch better fish as well. Let's see what I got here. What's that guy doing, by the way? What is that guy? I don't know. I can't really click him, but he's just kind of running back and forth. That guy's hanging out doing his fishing. And maybe I can inspect him. And as you can see, he's using a well-crafted Lebethron fishing rod. Certainly better than what I'm using. Didn't mean to use that skill, but that's alright. Probably gonna do a little bit of fast forwarding here so you don't have to watch me do this for another 5 minutes straight. If I catch anything interesting, I'll stop the fast forward. Alright, so the time has run out. I don't even need to do anything. The quest automatically completes.
Stay and have some tea.
You will never ever believe what happened to me today. I wrote it all down as soon as I recovered, just to make sure I captured every detail. Are you ready to hear this? Good. I caught a giant fish! So giant that it would not fit in my burrow if I were to bring it home for dinner. Don't believe me, do you? Well, he dragged me all over, and I lost everything I own. How do you explain that, eh? Speaking of, I would appreciate it very much if you could help me find all of my belongings. Here's the story of my day. Perhaps it will give you clues to where my gear has got to. So, kind of like Deagle and Smeagol. If you remember, Deagle got dragged by a fish while fishing. I wonder if that was a reference to it. Here's an account of my encounter with the biggest fish in all the world. You will be hard-pressed to find a more compelling tale than this. Chapter 1. The Spare Fishing Pole. The first thing I remember was checking the fishing nets along the shores of the pond. That was when he appeared. He opened his mouth wide as a vast blue sky, clomped down on my spare fishing pole, and ripped it from my grasp. That was the last I saw of my spare pole. Even the quick thinker, I threw a hook into his mouth and caught a hold of him with a strong fishing line. Chapter 2. The Disappearing Hoe. The next thing I knew, I was being dragged along the shore, struggling the whole way and clutching my worm-digging hoe for dear life. I paused at the bridge, that one to the left, wiped my brow, and was suddenly whisked away again. I don't remember seeing my hoe after that. Chapter 3. So Cold. Suddenly I was dragged under the water, and it was icy cold. I went, and under I was pulled, the world all a-spin, and I found myself all the way on the other side of the lake, gasping for breath. I let go of the pole at last, and that was when I ran, giving up on catching that fish, for fear of my very life. I was so cold from the water, that was when I realized that I no longer had my favorite cloak to wrap about myself. Chapter 4. 11sies. Sorry about that. I'm on call for work, so I need to have my phone off of silent. Anyways, before I went far, the weariness took hold. I had breakfast, but not second breakfast. I made sure to stop at the nearest burrow to beg for some food of a neighbor. We ate 4 strips of crisp, fatty bacon, 3 boiled eggs, 3 thick slices of bread, and an apple apiece. He packed me a bag of 11sies so that I wouldn't be hungry as I made my way back to the other shore. But the trip through the water had muddled my wits so much that I left the bag at his burrow. Curse that fiend of a fish. Chapter 5. Baited. My hunger took hold again as I made my way slowly around the pond. My dropped 11sies meal was surely missed. I was so hungry that my feet strayed along a memory that a large farm was not far. I went to the farm, baited by the memory of carrots, oats, and savory onions, and fish. Of course, fish. All the while I was carrying my lucky baits with me, and instead of catching my lunch for me, it only served to remind me of the tasty, delicious fresh fish. I reached the farm and ate carrots fresh from the ground. That was when I finally came back here, except I no longer had my lucky bait. Here I am now, alone, afraid, cold, hungry, without a cloak, without a spare fishing pole, and without my lucky bait. Does that tale truly end this way, or will I, the hero, be reunited with my goods in the end? This guy's a clown. Quite the storyteller, though. And let me take a look at my map here. There is junk all over. Let me look. So all up here looks like. And let's see. There's the hoe. Still trying to figure out what that dude's all about. Again, I can't click on him. It's kind of odd. I don't know. Let's see what else I can find. Probably a little bit up through here. Let me get on my horse. Let's make things faster, shall we? There's the lucky bait. Keeping my eyes peeled for any other items he may have dropped around here. There's his 11sies. And now the rest is around the perimeter here, it looks like. I wonder if you have to fish for some of these. I don't think I have to fish for it. Let me kind of go around here. There's the cloak. And I need the fishing pole next. Okay, I'm just gonna go around the edge here, see what I can find. Getting a little laggy here. There's the fishing pole. Alright, we're done with that.
Good day.
Did you see how far that great giant fish threw me with all my belongings? Surely you will believe now. I'm going to try and catch that beast if it's the last thing I do. Alright, so done with that one. And then I need to catch an Amberjack. Let me see where that's going to be. Inside of Thorin's Hall. Okay. Let me see what sort of traveling skills I have here. I could go to Bree. Let's do that. And then take a swift pony. Man, that loading screen of death. Wow. Taking forever here. I know I say this like every episode, but I really need a solid state drive. I need to upgrade my computer. Alright, let's see if I can go to Thorin's Hall.
What can I do for you?
Now, there's also the festival quests that happen here in Thorin's Hall. I'm not going to pick them up just yet. I'm going to leave them for a future episode. Probably the next one, maybe? I don't know. I'm mainly interested in completing this fishing quest for now so I can finish all the ones in the Shire. Dismount here. And some of these quests I'm going to be coming back to pretty soon. Sooner rather than later. In fact, I think I'll reveal a little bit of a surprise here. Before heading into Forkel for Season 10, I'm actually going to do a world tour. So it's going to be the first time that I'm going to go back and visit each map that I've already visited and try to do some of the quests that I missed along the way. For example, the chicken quest in the Shire, the Sarner quest here in Arid Luin, all that good stuff. And not going to be doing crafting quests though. Alright, so let me try to find some water here. I think I know where that is. I think it's here in the West Wing. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only place I can think of that has water. Yes, it does. Alright. Can I fish through here? Well, actually, let me go down those stairs right there. Right through here. There are some quests up in there. Alright, I'll have to check that out in a hot second. But for now, let me do a little bit of fishing. Need to catch 3 of these. 3 Amberjacks. I didn't catch anything Because that guy threw his line right on top of mine. I thought it was mine taking the bait. Let's see if we can catch something, though. Really, I shouldn't be downstream from all these people. I know in the video game it doesn't matter, but if this were real life, you don't want to be downstream from people when you're fishing. Just got some weeds here. Got a goldfish. Not what I want. But I increased my proficiency to 9. And again, I think the daily limit is 10. So if you do this every day, it would take you 20 days to max out your fishing. Which is quite a long time, almost 3 weeks of straight playing. And as you progress, it gets more and more difficult to advance the skill, by the way. It gets easier to catch fish, but it takes more of them to level up. So I might fast forward this because it looks like it's going to take a while. So there we go. I collected one of them. And I advanced a couple of things here. And I'm an apprentice angler. Sweet. And then if I look at my hobby, well, actually this bar is still blue, so it looks like I can keep going. We'll see what the daily limit is. I forgot what it was, man. I was pretty sure it was 10, but I guess not. And there's another one. I only need one more. Looks like they're finally biting. Alright. That is that. And then next up, it would be in Celondim. Okay. Now before I go over there, I want to check a couple of these quest rings real quick. I think they are Sarner related quests. But I just want to check. Just because I'm curious. Yeah, these are Sarner quests, so again, I'll be doing those sooner rather than later. Now let me manually get out of here. That way I can take a swift travel pony to Celondim and catch some fish in the Elven Pond. Now I thought there was one more fishing quest in the summer festival. Maybe I'm mistaken though. I'll have to double check. Alright, let's get out of here. Make my way out. And let's see if I can find some water here. Probably by the docks. Where all these people are fishing. That would seem appropriate, right? I would say so. Alright, so let's see if I can catch anything here. Alright, come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. I need 3 of them again. Just a goldfish today. That's alright. I'll keep going with this. Alright, so I caught a goldfish, and I increased my proficiency to 11. Every hobby has a maximum daily proficiency, and you have reached the maximum one of your hobbies. You can check your current status in any given hobby by opening up the character panel. So I guess 11 per day is the limit. Let me take a look. Yeah, see, now it's yellow. And doesn't look like you even have the option to reset it with Mithril or LOTRO points or anything. So you had to slow roll this, which is alright, I guess. Alright, that took forever to catch just one of these. Look pretty interesting. Need 2 more though. Finally, a second one. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, that wasn't even it. This was Celeb Hall. And I got a deed for it, so let's investigate. Fortune of the Festival. Huh, interesting. So I'm not entirely sure what this deed is. You know what? I'll check it out while I continue fishing. I'll look it up on my phone. And then I'll let you guys know here in just a hot second. Probably when I catch the second fish here. Finally, a second one here. Still looking up this quest. We'll wait till the third one and I'll let you know what that is. Or deed, I mean, not quest. Alright, finally. So that deed was basically a deed to collect fish. It's only active during the summer festival, so I guess when the festival is happening, there's a chance you can catch these guys here. And there's a deed associated with it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this year, but I'll certainly work on it. And then I need to find a place to do this. near Pearson's farm south of Breetown. Let me see if I can't travel to Bree because it's still on cooldown, but hopefully I can take a swift travel pony over there. And let's see if I can do just that. Alright, let me go ahead and dismount. And let me see where exactly this pond is going to be. Wish this map would zoom out. Here we go. All the way down here. So I'll take a swift travel pony to Southbury. Alright.
What do you need?
That should be pretty quick. Get me to where I need to be. Alright, let's ride south. It's always so laggy here in Bree. And again, like I've mentioned, having a solid state drive will help with that. I hope to get one soon. But of course I've been saying that since I was like 12. I was like, one day I'll buy a really good computer. One day. And here I am, like 20 years later. And I'm still saying the same thing. Alright. It says this. Oh, here we go. I was looking for some water. It said that was a good fishing spot, yet there's no water around. Well, here we go. So let's go fishing and see what we can come up with. I wish I could advance my fishing skills some more, but I'm stuck at 11, at least for today. Alright, so that's 1 out of 3. Certainly faster than fishing and sell on them so far. There's the second one, only one left. This may be pretty boring to watch, and it may seem like it's boring to play, but I actually kind of like it. I like kind of just sitting here chilling, fishing, enjoying the music, the great music of the Lord of the Rings Online. By the way, I'm so excited they brought back Thomas Chance to compose the expansion for Mordor. He's a very talented dude that composed a lot of these earlier tracks for Lord of the Rings Online, and he did some of the expansions as well. And I would say I have nothing but love for the guy, but you know what? I actually didn't balance out my audio too well on the first episode of this playthrough. All the way back in episode 1 at the character creation screen, I had that music kind of blaring a little bit too loud over my voice. So I got a copyright claim by Thomas Chance himself. So, he's able to slap ads on that video and collect all the money for it. It's alright. It's alright. Not complaining. So next up, need to go back to Bywater, and I have a quick skill here to the Shire, so let's do that. Got all the fish I need. Alright, and where does that take me? To the party tree. Yeah, I'll take that. I could take a pony to Hobbiton, but it's not swift travel, so it would take too long. But if I go swift travel to the party tree, I can easily ride down to Bywater. A little bit faster that way, I think. And I got off my horse accidentally. Alright, not gonna be repeating some of these quests that I've already done. At least not on screen. Let me head on down here. Back towards the fishing in Bywater. Ugh, can't climb the hill, too steep. Actually, just go across the bridge there instead of swimming across diagonally. I hate being forced off my horse on water. Somebody please tell me in the comments what this dude is. Please do that for me. I'm so curious.
Hello there.
You've done it. Thank you, Kippen. You have saved the Lithe Festival.
Good day.
The Lithe Festival is underway. Thanks to you, we have plenty of fish for the derbies and the young ones. This is going to be a wonderful Lithe Festival. I can feel it in my bones. Since you helped us stock the pond, you're welcome to try your hand at catching something from it. There are some nice rewards this year for the best anglers. So try to catch as many fish in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, because why not? And then I'll probably fast forward most of this as well. Because I'm sure you don't want to see me sitting here for 10 minutes straight. And you can always skip around in the video, you know. You got that option. You got all the power. You got all the power. And if you listen to my advice, you're already watching this in 2x speed anyways. So it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so the quest is complete. And I don't even have to talk to anybody. It's automatically complete. And let's barter items. I wonder if we can barter these fish. No, these are summer tokens. And also, I guess if you get some of these fish, then you can get some other stuff. Some of these rare fish here. And then there's some Louis limbs here. You can trade them for tokens. Alright, interesting. So you definitely can trade some of these for tokens. And I might just do that, you know? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some tokens. And what is that? Celeb Hall. Alright, I'll barter that. Then a couple of those. Sweet. Alright, I think that's it for this episode. Lots of fishing here, and I think that actually concludes all of the summer festival quests that I can do here in the Shire. In the next episodes, I'm going to head to some of the other regions, like Breland and Ered Luin, and I'm going to do some of the summer festival quests there. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the summer festival of 2017, and I'll see you next time.